Hi, it's James here today. And today I want to reflect back. I spent 29 and a half years in a tool and die environment. Crazy hours, 60 hours a week. And they're starving for workers right now, like healthcare. I transferred and started working in healthcare. And what healthcare did was amazing. When I worked in healthcare for my last 3 years of my career, they had a schedule up and you wrote down what you wanted to work. If you wanted to work 4 hours on like Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, you wrote down that. Or if you wanted to work the holidays, you wrote down that or said no. And the tool and die shops and mold shops, like for an employee, if you got a couple of kids, a house and shit, have flexible hours. Write down what you're available for, and then you get more employees. If somebody knows, okay, I don't have to be there every fucking day at 7 a.m. and work to 5 a.m. 5 p.m. They can write down on a schedule. This is what I'm capable of. Then they get more employees. Especially, factories. You work 3 shifts. Fuck. These owners, I don't know if they ever fucking know what it's like to work 3 shifts. The owners and try and raise a family and run a household. All they care about is the bottom line. But, if they want more workers in the factory or anywhere, make it flexible hours. Like when I worked in long-term care, I wrote down what I wanted to work, and all my partners wrote down what they wanted to work. And then our human resource manager will go through it and do the best she could to accommodate us for, with the schedule we wanted to work. Because, everybody has got shit to do. If you got older parents, you're going on, a little bit of a vacations, camping or stuff like that. But yeah, these shops, just try to accommodate. And you'd attract more workers because the young folks these days, they're not like the old school workers where they'll come in at 6 a.m. and work to 6 at night. Ain't happening. But anyway, just a message from James today about working hours. The company's got to be flexible. Like, shit these days. Fucking traffic? Holy fuck. Fuck. I hope a company in Windsor, Ontario, Canada will adapt to flexible hours. And if you got flexible hours, you'd have more people applying for the factory jobs. If it says flexible hours, especially if you're, a mother or a parent and, you got to bring your kids to school. Like when I worked in long-term care, one of the guys I worked with had 4 kids and our schedule started at 7 a.m. But he couldn't come in to 9 a.m. because he had to pack all the lunches and put them on the bus. But the company accommodated for that. And it was nice of them. Shit. There's nothing he can do about it. He's got to get them on the bus, pack their lunches. He showed up, did his 8-hour shift, and, fuck. But this is my message to companies. Try to accommodate. If you want people to work for you, accommodate them. Simple as that. James out.